Good morning to you, and thank you indeed for joining with me. Sometimes I think that the gospel is a celebration of the little things that turn out to be important. For example, Bethlehem was a small town, Nazareth was too, Calvary, a tiny spot on the earth's globe. There was nothing particularly significant about the profession of a carpenter or a fisherman or tax collector. And yet, God used these little things to bring around something quite incredible. The tiny seed planted 2,000 years ago, I think historically at the time must have shown little promise. And life is often like that, isn't it? Some years ago I was playing golf with a fellow who told me of how when he was a wee lad, there was a fellow who came to speak at his youth club in Greenock. He said to me he would come and tell us stories, and he had a great influence on me. He said, funnily enough, he had the same name as you. We knew him as Mr. Miller. I said, and I knew him as Uncle Jimmy. And I'm sure he would be delighted to know that the seed he sowed 60 odd years ago still bears fruit. I've been thinking of the trifles that have influenced my life, and I ask you to do the same. Think back in your own life and think of the little decisions that you took that turned out to be big ones. Had the Reverend John Waddle, whom I knew, not been interim moderator at Bonhill, then I might not have gone there, for I had no intention of going there. Had Peggy McIntyre, the Guild President, not assured me in no uncertain terms that she was the President of the Women's Guild and that Joan should have no aspirations along that line, then I might not have gone there. And when the vacancy committee were asked at the end of the meeting if they had any other questions, somebody shouted out, "Do you have any tickets for the Scotland-England match?" And that made me feel that the Bonhill folk were my kind of people. And if that had not been the case, I might not have gone there. And had Joan and her pal Alison Thompson, who went over to case the joint, not received such a warm welcome from the then church officer David Kilpatrick, who'd not a clue who these mini-skirted females were, one heavily pregnant, I might not have gone there. And had the congregation not taken a great step of faith and decided to proceed with a grand scheme of saving the church buildings 40 years ago, I might not have stayed there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the little things that come together to make up the jigsaw. I hope I made sense. Jesus talked of the mustard seed, a small seed, but watch it grow. And over the years I often wonder how many mustard seeds have you and I sown, often unwittingly. You have not a clue, and neither have I. But all of us, whether we like it or not, affect others for good or for ill. It's quite a thought, isn't it? So I say to you, sow the right seed that will be fruitful in the years to come. Again, thank you for joining with me, and as always, God bless you.